Hi, and welcome to part 2 of What is a Friend?
And we were at the what's it called? The point of, well, one, fixing my dress. I'm still trying to fix my dress.
Okay.
And there was a question we asked before the break, and I asked you, do you consider your fiance a friend or whatever?
Okay.
Now, the question that I want to ask you is that a lot of people ask this question, and I'm sorry, I'm just trying to fix my dress to the point that I don't flash anybody. Now, can you tell your fiance the same things you tell your friends or your best friends, or more? Can you tell your fiance more than your friends, or your friends more than your fiance, or different things?
Well, it depends on how my fiance is, because there are guys who aren't, like, okay, that's your business, and I really don't care. There are some that wants to know and get into it. Do I tell? I do. If it's something about my friend that's private, probably don't know that would think about it, because even though my fiance isn't friends with my friend, it should remain private. The same way, like, if my fiance would tell me something private, I'm not gonna go to my best friend or anyone that I know and tell them what's going on in their lives.
So basically, you're not one of those people that finds out information about your boyfriend or whatever, or fiance, and goes right to your friends and say, "Oh my God, this is what happened."
No, I wouldn't do that. I think that's private.
Okay, that's the same thing with me.
That's private. Whatever I do in bed, whatever arguments, whatever fights, whatever anything with my fiance, that's between me.
But you don't go to your friend and be like, listen, I had a fight with my fiance, whatever.
I don't. Because that's when they start. That's when the whole trouble starts. Because then my fiance will be like, well, that's none of their business. And then if they tell me one ear, well, you should do this and you should do this. Why are you with him? And the blah blah blah, yada yada. And then it's like, if my fiance finds out, it comes to where they don't like them no more, and that's when it's like, that's the kind of like choosing point. I guess not choosing point, but it's like, well, there are gonna be days where I hang up because my fiance probably got pissed off because she's not friends with them no more, which is a shame, but you should be friends. But anything else? And what about you?
What?
Do you tell anyone about your person you're with?
It depends on the issue. If there's like an issue that I have that I need like advice on, then I know somebody else will be able to help me out. Then yeah, I bring out a personal business. Excuse me, sorry. But not a personal business to the point like bedroom stuff and stuff. That I can't do. But other things than that, then like if I find something iffy, I might go to like one of my friends, one of my family members, and say, this is what's going on. Do you think something's going on or whatever? Like, does it seem iffy or whatever? Just get advice, really. Just like, because they've been around the block a little more than I have, so they would know.
Sure.
So, another thing is that, would you ever choose your friend over your fiance, or your friends over your fiance over your friends?
I have done it, probably. But not to the extent where it's like, choose me over him or I'm gonna leave. No, that kind of thing. No.
No, say if you got into a situation.
If that happened, when my fiance said to choose me over her friends.
Yeah.
I don't know. It will be a hard decision because, like, yeah, I have you, but like, I also have my friends. Everyone has to have a friend. You could be married for like 50 years and you gotta have a friend. Because there are things probably you can't talk to your fiance about that you can.
But don't you? Okay, that's another thing that I had in my mind. But don't you think it comes to a point where your husband or your fiance, whatever, doesn't it ever get to the point that you can just tell them everything?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, you need a friend, but then you can also have a friend in your fiance or husband.
I can go to my fiance and tell him stuff that I can tell my friend. But they take it to the point where it's like, it's hard to explain. Say like I've had a joke, and my fiance or someone isn't into jokes, but like likes jokes, and they will be like, oh, that's funny, haha. Where if I tell my friend, they will laugh hysterically.
Okay.
You know what I'm trying to get to? Like, there are things where I can tell the person, they're gonna say exactly to my friend. And I'm not talking about private stuff. I'm talking about like
Jokes and stuff.
conversations where he may not be in the same show as me, or he may not be into the same music or style, but my friend probably is. So we can just talk about that, and not just talk about, you know, one topic show that we both are into.
Yeah.
You know, because you also gotta have a social life outside too, because it's good to talk and stuff. Because you don't want to be like those freaking people. Oh my God, I'm happy. You know what I mean?
Now, even though we're talking about friends or whatever, we got into like a whole different topic.
Yeah.
But what other, we always get into different topics in every single
I
show
know.
we've done.
We start talking about my shoes part.
We were talking about friends, like what is a friend, if it's too much sometimes.
Well, now
and when do you stop? Like, when do you have the enough like courage to tell your friend, like, hey, listen, calm down a little bit. Like, you know,
So we're back on the topic of friends.
No, because the show is about what is a friend about. I mean, next your fiancés and stuff like that.
We'll get to that topic like
next time.
Yeah.
But the thing is that like, when is it the right time? Like, how far would you go until you tell your friend, like, say if she's texting you, or he's texting you non-stop every single day, and like you're with your, like, say if, okay, for instance, you're with your fiance, and either his friend or your friend, say, keeps on texting you, and you're trying to have a conversation, you're trying to have like a nice little time for the weekend, or whatever the case may be, you know, when is it time to say to the friend, hey, listen, do you think you can, like, you know, when I text you, I text you, when I call you, I'm a little busy right now, like, can you give me, like, you know.
I think it was like too much, where,
if it's, okay, a better question, if it's getting to the point of where you're having fights over it.
Oh, then I think it's time to, like, you know, think about it, and have, like, by yourself time and think and say, well, you know what, it probably is true. Because if you think about all the fights or whatever you have with your person you're with, it's like, okay, that is the root of the problem. Try to change it. And if you change it, probably the fights will go away. But if it don't, then there's something more than that. You know, like, a person can change, but if the fight is still all about the same thing, then there's something going on. That isn't right. And I don't mean like cheating or nothing. I'm just talking about
so like you're saying that, like, so basically if it gets to that point, you will be like, alright, listen, like, back up, bitch.
To my friend?
Yeah.
No, I mean, I wouldn't say mean things because I know that person long.
No, I'm not saying I'm not saying that. Like
I would go and I would explain them and tell them and say, you know what, I have my life now. I'm in my next phase of getting married, and I know we're used to, like, so many years of texting, and even before texting became huge, because there was such thing as freaking texting all the time, you know, and I was telling them, like, I know it's used to, it may be hard for you to change, but you're gonna have to, because I don't want to go to the point where it's like, okay, I would text you when I text you, and I won't text you at all. Because then I was stuck. Yeah, I may not text you a whole day, but I will text you when I text you. It doesn't mean I'm not going to forget about you. I can text you tomorrow, only one time a day. At least I'm texting you to know that, hey, what's up, how are you doing? But if, you know, I'm not going to say, unless now they come back at me, like, snap back and say, you know what, blah, blah, all that bullshit crap. Then I'm like, yo.
You know what's so funny? As we're sitting here talking about it, I'm thinking about other things that we can speak about when it's too much as a friend, but we don't have enough time because we have a short amount of time.
But we'll get to that topic.
The focus is what is a friend.
Yeah.
So if you can please comment us and let us know what do you think is a friend and what's too much and what's too little and all that other stuff. Please comment and let us know, and we'll be back with another hot topic. Soon enough.
It's gonna be fire.
Fire, honey. So take a little time to enjoy your review.
See you, chat.
Bye.